We'd like to say thank you to all the creators that took a part of this, and we appreciate being part of this expo as well.
We also want to thank you for taking your time out of the day to watch our video.
I'm Tay with Spectacular Gadgets.
And I'm Oh Yeah Beats.
And we're going to show you our process. The process for our creative content, it starts with an idea. And these ideas can come at any given time.
Aha! I got it!
After you have that idea, you want to get it all together to put into a video. Let me give you an example of just that. Now, a while back I did a video in regards to my displeasure of a lot of companies removing the headphone jack from their devices. I was pretty bummed out, so much so that I created a music video.
Headphone, I want the jack back. Headphone jack, I want the jack back. Headphone, I want the jack back. Headphone jack, I want the jack back. Headphone, I want the jack back. Headphone jack. I tell you what I want from it. The number one thing on my list. They took it away and I was pissed. Like Ray J if I had one wish. I tell you what I want from it. The number one thing on my list. They took it away and I was pissed. Like Ray J if I had one wish. Now Spec be the one wanna listen to music good.
The video was my favorite, not because it got a lot of views, because it didn't, but because I had the most fun making it, and also my viewers got to see a different side of my creativity besides, that of unboxings and stuff like that. So here's the process still. Now, I was listening to the song by Mason Total, Tell Me What You Want. I started freestyling to the beat. I came up with the hook, and then a little bit after that, I actually came up and created the only verse that was going to be in that video. It's crazy because, like I said, these ideas come at any given time. And so I was actually sitting in my bed. So I got my iPad and I connected the Comica Type-C mic to the iPad, and I started recording myself doing the hook and the verse. The next part of getting everything together is obviously you need footage. You need to film. Getting the shots together for that video actually came easy. And it came easy in this instance because I had already written the lyrics to the video, and in my head I kind of knew the path that I was going and where I wanted to end up.
Hashtag bring the headphone jack back. Hashtag bring the headphone jack back.
Some of the tools that we used for that video was simply I grabbed the iPhone and then we went out to different places to shoot what you saw in the video. Now, I did happen to use the Canon M50 for the beginning talking head part, as well as a green screen. And believe it or not, I also used the live message feature from the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. You have to get creative with what you already have. After we filmed and shot everything that we needed for the video, I went ahead, took the iPhone, grabbed the iPad, did a little bit of airdropping straight to the MacBook Pro. From there, I imported all of that to Final Cut Pro to do some editing. This is where it's important to pay attention and think like a viewer. You are the creator, but you have to think, what would viewers want to see? You need to be sure to make your video visually pleasing, and you do little things to keep their attention. Making sure that you do take your time is important, so it took me a while to go ahead and edit that video. With a green screen, it takes a lot of time to make sure that you look like you're actually in the place that you're trying to portray with the green screen. Lighting is always very, very important, but if you don't have the proper lighting, it's a case for a disaster. The most important part of that video, besides the point I was trying to make about the removal of the headphone jack, is obviously the music, the audio.
And in particular with Spectacular Gadget's video, for that, she needed an instrumental. Instrumentals are fairly simple for me to produce because it already has a nice layout. And all I'm doing is replicating that with my own instrumentation. When it comes to making an original music composition, that's where things become a little more complex, but it's still a nice flow that I have to make this a great process. And when it comes to making an original music composition, I like to refer to it as building a house. You start with the foundation, then you also have the filler, the levels, and then finally the roof, which is what tops it off. Usually I refer to the foundation as the drum line or the heartbeat. I like to have, a lot of bass kick drums, snares, claps, hi-hats. Sometimes the hi-hats are referred to as fillers. Looking at the melody, that's what I like to look at as the insulation or the walling. With that, you can have different types of instrumentation using strings, pads, synthesizers, also keyboards. I like to use piano most times. We also have the level. Now, looking at the levels, what I like to do is refer to that as building the beat or the instrumentals up. You start with an introduction, and then you have a hook or a chorus. Then I like to build into verses. And it could be from 1 to 3, 5, as many as an artist or content creator would prefer. And lastly, what we have is the outro. That's a process where I'm just simply fading out the instrumental or the beat production. Usually I take it down from as many tracks and instruments as I had down to about 3 or 4. Then the final process is adding the roof to this house. That's right. What I'm doing is the mixing and mastering. So I like to add the EQ, adding compression, as well as reverb to the entire production. And what that can help me do is find the perfect frequencies for my customers. So that's the final process. As quick as it seemed as I explained it, sometimes it can be a little difficult, but regardless, it's something I enjoy doing. I love it. I have a passion for this, and it's never gonna die.
I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone.
I'm gonna sign off saying peace and dope beats.
Later.